Hey there! It's therapy and relaxation. Today we're talking about healing after heartbreak. Let's go! Divorce, separation, and breaking up. These are words that carry a heavy weight, conjuring images of heartbreak, uncertainty, and change. For many, the end of a romantic relationship is one of the most challenging experiences life can offer. Yet, it is also a moment of transformation, a turning point that, while painful, can lead to growth, self-discovery, and ultimately healing. To understand the profound impact of a breakup, separation, or divorce, it's important to recognize that relationships are woven into the very fabric of our lives. They shape our identities, provide comfort and support, and often become the foundation upon which we build our futures. When a relationship ends, it can feel as though the ground has shifted beneath our feet, leaving us searching for stability and meaning. The journey through the end of a relationship is rarely straightforward. It is a process marked by a complex mix of emotions: grief, anger, relief, confusion, and sometimes even hope. Each person's experience is unique, shaped by the nature of the relationship, the circumstances of the breakup, and the personalities involved. Some separations are mutual and amicable, while others are fraught with conflict and pain. Regardless of the specifics, the emotional journey often follows a similar path. At first, there may be shock and disbelief. Even when a breakup is anticipated, the finality of it can be jarring. The routines and rituals that once brought comfort are suddenly gone, replaced by a sense of emptiness. For those who are married or have shared a long-term partnership, the logistical challenges can be daunting. Dividing possessions, finding new living arrangements, and navigating legal processes. For couples with children, the stakes are even higher, as co-parenting arrangements and the well-being of the children become central concerns. Grief is a natural response to loss, and the end of a relationship is no exception. It is common to mourn not only the person, but also the future that was imagined together, the plans, the dreams, the shared experiences. This grief can be compounded by feelings of failure or regret, as individuals reflect on what went wrong and question their own choices. It's important to remember that grief is not a sign of weakness, but rather a testament to the depth of connection that existed. Anger is another common emotion in the aftermath of a breakup or divorce. It may be directed at a partner, at oneself, or at the situation as a whole. Sometimes, anger serves as a protective shield, helping to mask more vulnerable feelings of sadness or fear. While it is natural to feel angry, it is also important to find healthy ways to express and process this emotion. Unresolved anger can hinder healing and make it difficult to move forward. As the initial shock and emotional intensity begin to subside, a period of adjustment follows. This is a time to establish new routines, explore new interests, and rediscover one's identity outside of the relationship. For some, this process is liberating, offering a sense of freedom and possibility. For others, it can be daunting, as they confront fears of loneliness or uncertainty about the future. One of the most challenging aspects of separation and divorce is the impact on self-esteem. The end of a relationship can trigger feelings of inadequacy or self-doubt, especially if the breakup was unexpected or accompanied by betrayal. It is easy to internalize blame, to believe that one's worth is tied to the success or failure of a partnership. Yet, it is crucial to remember that relationships are complex, and their endings are rarely the result of a single person's actions. Support from friends and family is invaluable during this time. Sharing feelings, seeking advice, or simply spending time with loved ones can provide comfort and perspective. Professional support, such as counseling or therapy, can also be beneficial, offering tools to process emotions and develop coping strategies. In some cases, support groups for those going through divorce or breakup can foster a sense of community and reduce feelings of isolation. For couples with children, the challenges of separation are compounded by the need to prioritize the well-being of the family. Children may experience confusion, sadness, or anger as they adapt to new living arrangements and changes in family dynamics. Open communication, reassurance, and consistency are key to helping children navigate this transition. Co-parenting, while challenging, can be successful when both parents remain committed to putting the needs of their children first. The legal and financial aspects of divorce can be overwhelming. Decisions about property, assets, and custody require careful consideration and, in many cases, legal guidance. It is important to approach these matters with a clear mind and, when possible, a spirit of cooperation. While conflict may be unavoidable, striving for fairness and respect can help minimize the emotional toll. As time passes, the pain of separation often gives way to acceptance and, eventually, healing. This is not a linear process. There may be setbacks, moments of sadness, or lingering doubts. But with each passing day, the wounds begin to heal, and new possibilities emerge. Many people find that, in the aftermath of a breakup or divorce, they are able to reconnect with themselves, pursue new interests, and build a life that is fulfilling and authentic. It is also important to reflect on the lessons learned from a relationship. While it is natural to focus on what went wrong, it can be equally valuable to acknowledge what was good and to recognize the ways in which the experience contributed to personal growth. Every relationship, regardless of its outcome, teaches us something about ourselves, our needs, our values, our strengths, and our vulnerabilities. Forgiveness, both of oneself and of a former partner, is a powerful step in the healing process. Holding on to resentment or regret can be a heavy burden, preventing true closure and the ability to move forward. Forgiveness does not mean forgetting or excusing hurtful behavior, but rather letting go of the hold that the past has on the present. Rebuilding after a breakup or divorce is an opportunity to reimagine one's life. It may involve setting new goals, cultivating new relationships, or simply taking time to heal. For some, the experience leads to a renewed sense of purpose, a deeper understanding of what they want in future relationships, and a greater appreciation for their own resilience. It is important to remember that there is no right or wrong way to navigate the end of a relationship. Each person's journey is unique, and healing takes time. Patience, self-compassion, and a willingness to seek support are essential. It is also important to be gentle with oneself, to recognize that setbacks are normal, and that progress may come in small steps. For those considering separation or divorce, it can be helpful to reflect on the reasons for wanting to end the relationship. Is the decision driven by a desire for personal growth, a need to escape an unhealthy or unsafe situation, or a recognition that the relationship is no longer fulfilling? Taking time to consider these questions, perhaps with the help of a counselor or trusted confidant, can provide clarity and confidence in moving forward. For those who are on the receiving end of a breakup or divorce, the experience can be especially painful. Feelings of rejection, abandonment, or confusion may be overwhelming. It is important to remember that one's worth is not defined by another person's decision, and that healing is possible even when the path forward is unclear. As society evolves, the stigma surrounding divorce and separation has begun to fade. Increasingly, people recognize that staying in an unhappy or unhealthy relationship is not a virtue, and that ending a relationship can be an act of courage and self-care. While the process is rarely easy, it can lead to greater happiness and fulfillment in the long run. For some, the end of a relationship marks the beginning of a new chapter, a chance to pursue passions, deepen friendships, or explore new possibilities. For others, it is a time of introspection and self-discovery, an opportunity to heal old wounds and build a stronger sense of self. Whatever the journey may look like, it is important to honor the process, to seek support when needed, and to trust that healing is possible. In the midst of pain and uncertainty, it can be difficult to imagine a future beyond the present moment. Yet, countless people have walked this path before, emerging stronger, wiser, and more resilient. The end of a relationship is not the end of one's story. It is simply a new beginning. As you navigate the challenges of divorce, separation, or breaking up, remember that you are not alone. Support is available, healing is possible, and the future holds new possibilities. With time, patience, and self-compassion, it is possible to move forward, to find peace, and to embrace the next chapter of your life. The journey through the end of a relationship is a deeply personal one, marked by both pain and possibility. It is a time to grieve, to reflect, and ultimately to heal. While the process may be difficult, it is also an opportunity to rediscover oneself, to cultivate new strengths, and to build a life that is authentic and fulfilling. In the end, divorce, separation, and breaking up are not just endings, they are also beginnings. They are moments of transformation, invitations to grow, and opportunities to create a future that is true to who you are. Whatever your journey may hold, remember to honor your feelings, seek support, and trust in your ability to heal and thrive. Don't forget to check out therapyandrelaxation.com for more.